Tottenham reach agreement for West Ham's MOHAMMED KUDUS. Hello everyone, my name is Jack. I'm here to deliver every update on football news. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Tottenham Hotspur have reached an agreement for MOHAMMED KUDUS from West Ham United for a fee of around £55 million, $74.7 million. A medical is scheduled to take place on Thursday ahead of KUDUS signing a 6-year contract at the North London club. The Athletic reported on July 5th that Tottenham had made a £50 million offer for the 24-year-old, which was turned down as talks continued. The Ghana international is prioritizing a move to Spurs if he leaves West Ham, and personal terms are not expected to be an issue. KUDUS' contract runs until 2028 and has a buyout clause that is only active for the first 10 days of July. Valued at £80 million, $108 million for teams on the continent, 85 meters for those in the Premier League, and £120 million for those in Saudi Arabia. KUDUS registered 5 goals and 4 assists in 35 Premier League games for West Ham last season, his second after joining for €41.5 million from Ajax in the summer of 2023. That output was slightly down on that from his debut league campaign in England, when he managed 8 goals and 9 assists. Tottenham have been keen to add forward options to their squad, as well as securing a permanent deal for Mathys Tello, who spent the second half of last season on loan from Bayern Munich. Tello, 20, has signed a 6-year contract after moving for a fee worth up to €45 million. Spurs have shown interest in Bryan Mbeumo, in a move that would reunite the Cameroonian with his former head coach at Brentford, Thomas Frank. But Mbeumo, 25, has informed the North London side that he wishes to join Manchester United, who are working to complete a deal after seeing 2 bids turned down. A significant coup for Spurs. Analysis from Tottenham correspondent Jay Harris. Spurs have spent the first few weeks of the transfer window trying to sign a right winger. However, Bryan Mbeumo has made it clear he wants to join Manchester United, and Antoine Semenyo signed a new long-term contract with Bournemouth. KUDUS might not have been their first choice target, but he is still a significant coup for new head coach Thomas Frank. Frank loves players who are positionally versatile. KUDUS has spent the majority of his time with West Ham United on the right wing, but he operates as a number 10 for Ghana. Frank could use the 24-year-old as a threat cutting inside onto his stronger left foot, or as a powerful and dynamic dribbler in tight central areas. Tottenham's squad struggled to cope with the demands of the Premier League and the Europa League last season, so it was crucial that they boosted their numbers this summer. Mathys Tello arrived permanently after spending the second half of last season on loan from Bayern Munich, but he only turned 20 in April and is still raw. KUDUS has a lot of room for growth, but is far more experienced and proven. It will be interesting to see how KUDUS' arrival impacts Brennan Johnson and Dejan Kulusevski. Johnson was Tottenham's top scorer in all competitions last season, and he scored the winning goal in the Europa League final. Johnson primarily plays on the right, and Frank tried to sign him when he was in charge of Brentford. Will KUDUS replace Johnson as the first-choice right winger, or will he take over Kulusevski's playmaking responsibilities in the middle of the pitch? Spurs have a lot of attacking talent at their disposal, and it will be fascinating to see how Frank will effectively combine them. Tottenham have agreed a £55 million fee with West Ham to sign midfielder MOHAMMED KUDUS. The Ghana international is now set to have a medical before signing a long-term contract. BBC Sport reported on Saturday that the Hammers had rejected an initial £50 million, but a deal has now been clinched. KUDUS, who has an £85 million release clause, joined West Ham in a £38 million deal from Ajax in 2023. He has made 65 Premier League appearances for the club, scoring 13 goals and providing 9 assists. At least 6 top clubs have inquired about KUDUS in recent weeks, but well-placed sources told BBC Sport the 24-year-old had prioritized a move to Spurs. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Man City in talks to sign superstar forward before Liverpool, Arsenal. Hello everyone, my name is Jack. I'm here to deliver every update on football news. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Manchester City are aiming to complete the sensational signing of Real Madrid ace Rodrigo before Premier League rivals Liverpool and Arsenal this summer. As per a report, Rodrigo became frustrated at Madrid last term as he fell down the pecking order due to the arrival of Kylian Mbappe. The winger finished the campaign with 14 goals and 11 assists in 54 matches across all competitions. Though he spent far more time as a substitute than he would have liked, Rodrigo ideally wants to play on the left flank, but that is not possible while Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe are at the Bernabeu. New Madrid boss Xabi Alonso wanted to take a look at Rodrigo at the Club World Cup before making a final decision on his future. The forward has played 3 times at the tournament so far, with Madrid due to face Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-finals, but only one of those 3 appearances for Rodrigo has been in the starting 11. The Athletic confirmed on Thursday that Alonso has given Madrid the green light to sell Rodrigo. In a move which will significantly increase his transfer budget, Arsenal are the club who have been most heavily tipped to bring the 24-year-old to England, though they are now facing serious competition. TBR report that Man City are in talks with Rodrigo's agents over a blockbuster potential deal. This comes after Rodrigo's representatives made contact with the likes of Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, PSG, and Bayern Munich to let them know the Brazil star is on the market. Rodrigo's price tag has been set at €90 million, £78 million, $106 million. City could ramp up their interest in Rodrigo, as Pep Guardiola is looking to replace Jack Grealish at left wing. Grealish was left out of City's Club World Cup squad and has been transfer listed for £40 million, €46 million, $54 million. Rodrigo would be an elite replacement, as he is viewed as one of the best and most deadly wingers in the world. Rodrigo has scored 68 goals for Madrid to date and has played a key role in them winning major silverware, such as 2 Champions Leagues and 3 La Liga titles. He has also been labeled a world-class superstar by Madrid teammate Luka Modric previously. Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal converge on Rodrigo. It emerged on Monday that Liverpool are eyeing Rodrigo as a possible replacement for Luis Diaz, who remains a top target for Barcelona. Numerous sources have confirmed that Arsenal are big admirers of Rodrigo. He is a dream addition for Mikel Arteta, and Arsenal have held several rounds of talks with the players' camp. David Ornstein has explained how Arsenal selling Gabriel Martinelli would fund a move to make Rodrigo his replacement. But Arsenal are not keen on letting Martinelli go, plunging both transfers into doubt. It has been reported that Arsenal is Rodrigo's priority next move. However, it is hard to predict where he will end up, as City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and a host of other clubs are in the mix for his services. City have brought in Tijoni, Reinders, Rayan Aït-Nouri, Rayan Cherki, and Marcus Beccinelli so far this summer. They are hoping to make Tino Livramento their replacement for Kyle Walker at right back, but are struggling to convince Newcastle United to sell. Rodrigo is a man in demand this summer, with Manchester City now joining the queue for his signature. Leaving the Bernabeu this summer now feels a concrete possibility for Rodrigo. The Brazilian, who is ranked at No. 6 in 442's list of the best right-wingers in the world right now, had fallen down the pecking order at Real Madrid since the arrival of Kylian Mbappe, and has fallen even further under new manager Xabi Alonso. He is Arsenal's dream signing this summer, but Manchester City, off the back of an extremely disappointing season, have reportedly made contact with the player in a bid to hijack the Gunners' attempts to lure him to North London. Manchester City make contact with Rodrigo in bid to hijack Arsenal's move. Under Carlo Ancelotti, Rodrigo formed one of the deadliest winger duos in the world, alongside Vinicius Jr., but saw his influence on the team wane following the arrival of Mbappe last season. An illness sidelined him for the final 2 months this season, and he missed Ancelotti's first games as Brazil boss. He is yet to reach 100% yet, and as a result, has seen his minutes under Alonso at the Club World Cup limited. With the Spaniard apparently preferring Arda, all of this has opened the door for a potential move away from the Spanish capital. TBR Football have confirmed that Manchester City, as well as several other teams, are now in discussion with Rodrigo and his agents. Their chief correspondent Graham Bailey has suggested that Chelsea, Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain, and Bayern Munich have all been informed on his potential availability this summer. However, they suggest that right now Arsenal are still the frontrunners for his signature. Should he leave Spain this summer? Part of the appeal is the fact they plan to play him as a left winger, his preferred position, where at Real Madrid he is extremely unlikely to get the opportunity to play. Both Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe would be expected to start there ahead of him. Also, since their opening 2 games, Alonso has implemented something similar to the 3-5-2 he used to effectively at Bayer Leverkusen, and sees no space for him as either an attacking midfielder or a striker. Should Rodrigo leave Real Madrid, he will be best off heading to Arsenal. He is almost guaranteed minutes in his favored position, and would face far less competition than at Manchester City. Arsenal have improved each season under Arteta, and adding a world-class player would only boost that progress. Thanks for watching.